The acting managing director of the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC), Kemobra Dikumo Pondey, has admitted that the commission spent 1.5 billion naira for staff as COVID-19 relief funds. He made this statement at the investigative hearing on the 40 billion naira corruption allegation against the commission. The Senate had on May 5th set up a 7-man ad hoc committee to investigate the financial recklessness of the interim management committee of the commission. The lawmakers said within the last 3 months, the commission has spent over 40 billion naira of the commission's fund without recourse to established processes of funds disbursement, which has opened up further suspicion among stakeholders of the Niger Delta region. They also faulted the IMC's arbitrary use of executive power in an alleged wrongful sacking of management staff without recourse to established civil service rules and practice, with the aim of allegedly concealing the fraudulent financial recklessness they have committed. Mr. Pondey and other delegates from the commission appeared before the committee on Thursday for the hearing. Part of the audit report read out by the chairman of the committee, Olubunmi Adetumbi, said 3.1 billion naira was spent as COVID-19 funds between October 2019 and May 2020. In the report, the lawmaker said 10 million naira was paid to one person, 7 million naira to 2 people, 5 million naira to 3 people, 148 people took 3 million naira each, 157 people got 1.5 million naira each, 497 people got 1 million naira each, and 464 people were paid 600,000 naira each. Another 475 million naira was given to the police to purchase face masks and hand sanitizers, he added. Responding to questions regarding the COVID-19 relief fund paid to NDDC staff, the MD said only 1.5 billion naira was used to take care of staff despite being paid their salaries. He explained that part of the fund was for the youth of Niger Delta. The youth were given palliatives to help cushion the effects of the pandemic on the people. The youth were idle, and to avoid violence they were paid, he said. 5 million naira for youth and 5 million naira for women and 5 million for people living with disabilities in each senatorial district, he said. He said the remaining fund was spent on staff of the commission. He said, we use it to take care of ourselves. We are NDDC. We need to take care of ourselves too, he said. He further explained that the IMC inherited debts upon assumption of office that needed to be cleared on time. He said the previous management owed hotels and had unpaid electricity bills of about 26 million naira. When asked why the police was giving 475 million naira, Mr. Pondey said a request was made from the High Command of Police and the management took a look at it and approved it. He explained that the money was an intervention and the NDDC is expecting a report as to how the money was spent. Meanwhile, the acting deputy director project, Cairo Ojugbo, added that the money given to police is for 9 states of the Niger Delta region. 9 states. It's for 9 states. How many states? Niger Delta region. The investigative hearing will continue on Friday, the chairman said. Can you see? Just few individuals, they will just take care of themselves and that's it, and they will claim out it and claim out in the face of this abject poverty that people are living. How many millions of people are living in abject poverty, and few individuals will just be pocketing Nigeria money. Can you hear them? Can you see the way they are just wasting money? These people, honestly, I don't just understand. You will see all of them be big men. You will categorize them as big men. Some people now come now, they say, oh, don't talk about them. What of these other people? What of these other people? But you are suffering. Why can't you call a spade a spade? You are suffering. And your people they are marginalizing you. Then you'll be pointing fingers at other people. One thing that these people don't get, whether any region, whether they are the northern region or whether the southern region, and where be other southeast or southwest, you see that all of those politicians, all those leaders, they are in one cartel. The masses are on their own, because when you talk about the northerners too, the northerners, they are even the worst. Their people, their masses are even the ones suffering. They are the most suffering people. That the most people who are suffering even in this country. When you want to look it at that level, then somebody will not say, oh, the northerners they are the ones ruling the country. No, it is just for the elite. And the way people who are complaining, they are the elite from the other regions. They are the ones complaining that oh, these people are ruling, because they themselves they don't have opportunity to rule, but not the masses, because they've been able, the northern masses too, they've been able to manipulate them. They don't even know their left from their right. And the same thing is happening in other regions. All of these politicians, they are just together doing the same. They are doing their own bidding. When they don't get any whatever, they will begin to come and try to get the sympathy of the masses. You can imagine few individuals. No wonder Lai Mohammed told us that within 1 week they shared 100 billion naira to Nigerians for palliatives, that no Nigerian was hungry as at then. And a lot of people started making video that like real for real, or seriously, that you share 100 billion naira within 1 week. And someone is even asking a question here, that why is it that a Buhari-led administration is full of corrupt persons? You know, these corrupt people, they're just all over the place. The unfortunate thing there is that Buhari is not even, he does not even know what is happening. The corruption, he just talks about corruption. He doesn't even know how it goes. That is the change that the APC government promised to bring for the Nigerians. Because the man Buhari is the corruption itself. You guys are doing well. 1.5 billion naira. They share it among themselves as palliative. 1.5 billion naira just for upkeeps, and you are very proud to see it. And they are still collecting salary. They are still collecting salary upon all this sharing they are sharing to themselves. When you give ministry like Nddc to a criminal like Akpabio, what do you expect? Lose on God's will, Akpabio. It's another opportunity. It may not come your way again. Please stop jungle justice. Let's mob these criminals. Haba 1.5 billion naira. God will judge everyone who plunged Nigeria into debt and make the citizens suffer in the land of plenty. History will judge them, and coronavirus will pay them visit by the mystery of the earth they stand upon, to turn us to poverty in our country. I'm really tired of this zoo. The people in the government are not helping matter. Instead, they make the citizens go into crime. 1.5 billion naira can go a long way in 200 million people. As estimate, we are locked down without food, yet they are not feeding us and paying money into our accounts. Nigeria is one of the most corrupt countries in the world. Nothing works here. This is useless useless country. Buhari government fails to give 200 million population of Nigeria at least 2.5 million naira each as palliatives, but few officials are sharing 2.5 billion naira. They will not go free. Wow, it seems that the Nddc is the capital base of corruption. Quite unfortunate. We cannot see why confirmed COVID case will never flatten. They may never care, as this could be the only lifetime opportunity to become wealthy. Squandering of the riches has been a way of life among Nigerian politicians and bureaucrats for many years. They are known for outright theft, embezzlement of funds. Afterwards, they will end up in disgrace. The day, if God willing, the day this country will be clean of all these rods, these people who have made themselves demigods, those who have vowed that Nigeria will never that Nigeria will never know peace, that the Nigerian people will continue to be suffering. That day is going to be a glorious time. You can imagine what is happening. You hear billions upon billions. They are still talking about a Magu, and somebody is saying if Magu should open his mouth, that the foundation of Nigeria will shake. You can imagine. And these guys are receiving their salary. and yet they are collecting palliative within the few of the see the way they just share that money. Chai, APC, chai. God will deal with all of you. So guys, let's hear your opinion because this thing is really ridiculous.